We are getting calls from some people who were denied tickets. We will listen to them because they are Ugandans. And we lose nothing by listening to them. But these are people we warned. We issued a warning in 2020. So why they never listen to us, we really do not know. That is why we have not yet closed our list of parliamentary candidates, because we still have room to listen to some people who have a good case. So the DP is just going to shine a light on people so that the voters can see people for who they truly are. All the pretenders in the politics of Uganda, we are going to expose them one by one. There's going to be no hiding. You have noticed that even the attacks on me have reduced because I know a lot. And there are some people, I go into their inbox and warn them. They say, Ntulise, there's an MP who used to be DP, now he's in NUP from Nakaseke. He said anybody who picks forms to contest for president of Uganda will be the biggest fool.
The celebrated fool of the century.
Yeah, that you will be the most celebrated fool of the century. So I'm sure now he has identified. And he's happily following the fool. So then what if somebody is the celebrated fool and you're following the celebrated fool, then who are you?
You're foolish. You're just foolish.
I want to repeat here that you know the things I say are well thought out. The other day I told you some people are going to sit in one tent. Didn't you see them? Didn't you see them? In the previous meetings, they were not there always. But I told you they are coming. And they came. Within 2 days, I was here on Tuesday. I didn't tell you that the meeting was coming. But within 2 days, you saw that tent. You have the photo. I told you about the two camps. Now the other camp, they are not yet sure what to do. They have superiority complex. But for us in DP, we are objective. Now when you are objective, you do the obvious. For instance, if a house is burning, what's the obvious thing you should do? You run away. You cannot say, I'm going to die here. That is not wise. So the Democratic Party is pragmatic and it is objective. So when we say it, there is one block. Now you saw the block in Kololo. And I posed the question, for a peaceful transition, which block should be trusted? I didn't just say transition only, I said peaceful. Because we have had transitions here, but they have not been peaceful. Obote overthrew the king who was our president in 1966, before I was born. Then he was thrown by the man that he sent to destroy the Lubiri in 1971. 1979, Tanzania supported our Ugandan exiles. They came and kicked out Idi Amin. And then there was an election which DP won. So if there is really justice in politics, DP should form the next government. That is because when you get somebody's stolen property, you return it to the person who is the owner. So no Ugandan should talk recklessly about our relationship with the NRM. It is only the two parties that know what they are talking about. Because the majority of those who died in the war in the Luwero Triangle were DP. And they know why they went and picked up arms. So for some of the other parties that are here heckling us, please, it's none of your business. You concentrate on removing the dictator, as you say, and we wish you good luck. What, do you really have energy to spare now for fighting Mao? You know how strong the person you are fighting is. Why are you assuming that I should even preoccupy you? So, we are the ones who know what our issues are. Now, the things that have happened in DP over the last few months have also helped to purify the party. Because now, what I said here is coming true. That DP is going to remain with true believers, those who truly believe in it. Some people believe that you should be too many. I think what matters is that we should have those who truly believe in DP. Those who don't believe in DP, they should continue pursuing what they believe in. I am not a celebrated fool, and that is why I'm speaking the way I'm speaking. I'm an objective person. I will not allow to be deceived, and I will not deceive anybody. We are getting calls from some people who were denied tickets. We will listen to them because they are Ugandans. And we lose nothing by listening to them. But these are people we warned. We issued a warning in 2020. So why they never listen to us, we really do not know. That is why we have not yet closed our list of parliamentary candidates, because we still have room to listen to some people who have a good case. In any case, contesting as an independent is not a very good idea. An independent is like a car without a number plate. If it knocks you, how will you report? It is good to have a number plate, even if it is rusty. At least the number plate identifies the car. But for the majority of those who say they want to contest as independents, when you become an independent, you're, especially after participating in a primary process, you shouldn't be an independent. You should choose another political party. I also said that the elections is really a choice between two options. Some people think we have 8 options. Some of the options are really entertainers. So we are going to have a lot of comic relief in these campaigns. But seriously, anybody who cares about Uganda will trust the block where DP is. And for those who say it is about me, I want you to know that whatever I'm saying is really not about me. And I urge all of you who are here who seek to be candidates, don't make things to be just about you. Let it be about the people of Uganda. So I urge the media to be on standby for our complete list. Here we have 230 for Parliament. For the first time, we also have a lot of candidates for local councils. Never before has DP had such a high number of nominated local government candidates. This is the highest number we have ever had. There are districts where we never used to have candidates, like Kwania, like Oyam. We never used to have candidates. For the first time, we are having candidates for local government. So to my party leaders, with all humility, I accept to be the chief campaigner for the Democratic Party. And I'm going to hit the road, and now taking my gloves off. Those who have been talking recklessly, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. We are also warning those who are threatening DP candidates, those who are in state structures. We are in cooperation with the ruling party, and you have no reason whatsoever to disturb any candidate, especially DP candidates. Why would you raise any issues? And don't prop up weak candidates. Eventually the people suffer. Because when you elect a lousy leader, you suffer for 5 years. Why would you want to sentence people to that? So we will not be afraid to reorient and educate those who don't understand their roles. I have had some people issuing threats to candidates. There is no need for anybody to do that, and will not accept it. I want to welcome any questions that are in English. So I want to state that in DP, education is very important. We want highly educated people because we live in a global world. We don't want a member of parliament who will go abroad and just spend all the time shopping, because they are not understanding what an international conference is discussing. So education is number 1. Number 2 is experience. What has your journey been so far in the work that you do? We want to know your experience. Number 3, what skills do you have? Now, for those of you who are here, you are journalists. So you have the skills of writing, the skills of communicating on radio, the skills of reading news, the skills of making films, that is, capturing the images, editing them, and then presenting them. So, we look at what skills you have. And when I say skills, I mean skills that the market needs. Actually, somebody who can slash a garden is better than somebody who can quote a lot of philosophy but knows nothing. Somebody who can repair my phone when it is spoiled is more important than somebody who can recite the whole of Shakespeare. Somebody who can wire a house so that you get electricity is very valuable. Somebody who can repair my trouser when it is torn is very valuable. When I was a young man, I was a shoe mender as a cobbler. That was a skill. I could mend saucepans for the village women. I could repair bicycles. So we need people with actual skills. But right now, the biggest skills that people think is the skill of insulting the government. That is not a skill that is useful. And then number 4, connections. What are your connections as a candidate? Who do you know in this world? Candidates come here and they say, Mr. President, can you make for me some posters? Then I ask them, have you requested your wife or husband for a contribution? Then they say, no, I haven't. I say, why don't you start with the one who is closest to you? If that person does not believe in you, why should I believe in you? Have you asked your brothers and sisters? When I went for the CA election, the first person I asked for support was my mother. At that time, she had bought a second-hand car, a Datsun Violet. She told me, I don't have money to give you, but I'm giving you this car for the duration of the CA campaigns. That means somebody believes in you. So for those of you who are candidates, since you woke up in the morning, how many phone calls have you made requesting for financial support? But that can only happen when you have connections. So the candidate selection process emphasizes those 4 things: education, experience, skills, and connections. When some of us came to request to be voted as leaders of DP, we were not nobodies. We were somebodies. We had a track record. By the time I was elected president of DP, I had been a student leader, I had been a 2-term member of parliament, I had been a head of a local government. I had some footprints. So I urge the young people of Uganda, don't waste your time on TikTok, don't waste your time on YouTube hurling insults. Build a profile. Because you don't have time. You may think you have time, but actually you don't have time. The world is not going to wait for you. In UK, the other day, somebody was in prison for a Facebook comment. Build a profile. When somebody asks you, what do you do? From the time you get out of bed to the time you get back into bed, how do you spend your time? Remember, the people whose videos you are watching are being paid because they generate content. They are paid by YouTube, they are paid by TikTok, and the other social media companies. For you, you are just a consumer. Moreover, you are buying data. You are even using electricity. But more importantly, you are using your time. So that is the process of vetting. There are additional things. you must answer a direct question about who constitutes your team, your campaign team. Or you are moving alone. We also have to ask, have you raised any money for the campaign? By the way, any campaign costs money because you need to move, for instance. Even Jesus had to borrow a donkey in order to arrive in Jerusalem in style. The donkeys were the land cruisers of those days. The man had been footing all his life, but for purposes of entering Jerusalem, he needed to improve his transport. So let there be no mystery about how the decision is made. Our approach is different because ours is public and very transparent.